Hi there. This is going to be the second part of chondromalacia patella and patella problem exercises. Okay. Now, if you've not seen part one, which is about quadricep rolling and quad stretches, then I suggest you look at that first. But we're now moving on to part two, and the way we do this is it's all about the hamstring now. Okay. So what we're going to try and do here is work this muscle at the back of your leg. Okay. The purpose of this muscle is twofold. First of all, it allows some hip extension. So if you're bending down and standing back up again, it also allows you to bend your knee like so. Okay. What we want to try and do is simply work on a knee hinge exercise first. There's a couple of different ways to do this. Now, if you've got knee problems, very often it's linked to the hips as well. So I'm going to try and give you an exercise today which emphasizes the outer part of your hips and also works the hamstring at the same time. Now, a simple way to do this is by using one of these bands. Now, I've attached this to a very sturdy piece of furniture. This isn't going to go anywhere. I strongly recommend that if you do this yourself, you're very careful to put it around something really heavy that you know isn't going to move. You can put it behind a door. Now, I would put it behind the door here, but this door opens inwards. So the problem with that is if I put a weight behind the door and attach the band to that, if the band gets pulled really hard, it could fling the door open, and I'm going to get hit by a weight and an elastic band, and who knows what else. Someone else could just walk through the door without realizing I'm there. So please use extreme caution when doing this exercise. So make sure you have a sturdy bit of furniture, or if you, as I said, if you have a doorway to put it behind, put it the other way around. So I mean, normally if I was showing you this using the doorway, I would put the weight here. So this is the weight. I put the band through here and affix it like so, and I put it behind the back of this door right here, and therefore the band will go through the door that way, so the door isn't going to open on me. I would do that, but I've got really thick carpet, and I'm not going to get anything underneath that. So anyway, so what we're going to do today as an alternative is a side-lying leg curl. And the reason I chose a sideline is because when you're on your side like this, okay, we're going to be bringing the leg back this way. We're going to have to lift the leg up. So we're working this muscle here called tensor fasciae lata, and to some extent the gluteus minimus and even medius. And these are really important in patella tracking, because very often what happens is these muscles get weak, and therefore when you're squatting, your knees tend to do this, okay? That puts a lot of pressure on the kneecaps, and in particular also the cartilage on the inside of your knees. So we want to avoid that one. So the way we do this is using this cable here. I'll show this in two ways. Simply wrap your leg around there like so, laying on your side, knees at about knees at 90 degrees, hips at 45 degrees. Lift the leg off the ground and then curl the weight back towards you. Okay, try to keep tension on the muscle the whole time in the hamstring. You don't want to release that too much. Okay, now I haven't got a lot of room here, as you can see. If I had more room, I would move a bit further away, but I need you to try and see what I'm doing. That's good. Okay, and that's one way to do that. There are alternatives as well. You can do a supine leg curl too, and we're going to show you how now. Simply attach the band around your foot like this. Okay, I'm going to move this so you can see me slightly better. And putting that around the ankle there, like that. You're simply going to curl the leg towards you like this. There we go. Almost, well, be careful to keep your mind in this muscle here. The only problem with this exercise is your hip flexors are working to some extent. But because you're sitting, you're using your core nice and tightly, it can provide a core exercise at the same time. This isn't my favourite exercise, but it's a useful addition if you get bored, okay? And of course, finally, the other way to do this is using laying on your front and using a roller. So the simple way to do this is you get into a roller position under your legs if you're going to do a leg curl, like that, and you're going to curl the legs up towards you. Right, so same thing. Wrap that around my leg like that, and the reason we do this is to take the pressure off the kneecaps. on all those exercises. So curl the leg up and down and up and down and up and down. Again, I apologise, you can't see my whole body when you're doing that. This will take my work from holding my core in nice and tightly, keep my spine nice and straight as I bring the leg up, okay? So it does take a lot of coordination, a lot of balance to do this, but that's fine because, you know, in theory, you know, it's a better exercise because you're not isolating purely, you have to use your whole body to stabilize at the same time. So there's 3 different ways there you can do leg curls. Anyway, we'll be moving on to our next exercise in the next video. See you there in part 3.